Ciao. Is it working? Yes. I will not do a presentation of the MAXXI because it would be complicated and take too long. I just say that we are turning 10 this year. So MAXXI is 10 years old. This means like 20 complicated exhibition going on. We're preparing. We are basically, Alessandra and I are working on simultaneously or like 6, 7 projects. So to be here is a real act of love for Mateusz. Yes. And we are also doing, this year we do the Young Architect program, which is still somehow in collaboration with FAP, because you all nominated candidates, and 2 of them made it to the final shortlist. For our FAP program this year, just to do advertising, we have, I think, a memorable Joe Ponti show, which I didn't work on, so I can support, and it's quite beautiful. And we have an exhibition on home, which will be then turned into something else in Lisbon in a few months. For FAP, Alexander had a wonderful idea that we tried to do, which is we like very much to work on, museum is not, museum is a museum, and MAXXI is an art and architecture museum with a lot of involvement in social, science, and whatever political discourse. So we are interested, of course, in representation, because museum is the place of representation. And one of the most interesting media that architecture has been developing in the last years is, of course, the moving image, the video, stop motion, a specific approach to photography. So we've been working very much in this field, and we've been producing also a lot of works that we are very proud of, that we like very much, and which give you another dimension of the possibility of building the discourse around architecture. So some of the projects we are more in love with that we did in the past was this by Nina Fischer and Marwan El-Sani. There was a project on the relationship between, fascist, totalitarian architecture in Rome, the role of migrants, the presence of migrants, Abebe Bikila winning the Olympics, running barefoot like migrants in the streets of Rome, or the project by Ila and Luis that was born out of the exhibition we did on the Japanese house in 2016. The film was then ready for the Barbican edition of the show. Or this beautiful work that we did with 3 artists, but Petra Noorkamp, who's a Dutch photographer and artist who worked on the trauma of the people of the earthquaked areas around my school, actually, in central Italy, comparing the different mode of preservation of the everyday things by the people that are broken by the earthquake and the monuments, for instance. Or artists, artists work very much with us on architecture in the last year. This is a video by Margherita Moscardini on the bunkers, and we collaborate very much with her, very often with her. Or this beautiful video we screened at the MAXXI by Nicola Brandt, which is about this terrible massacre done by the Germans in the 19th century in Namibia on one of the Zulu ethnies. So we would like to go on and to involve this young generation of creatives in this idea of using the video as an interesting media to discuss, to develop, to expand, to focus in the architecture discourse. So we will invite 5 of this group to work with us. Alessandra then knows much better than me how the workshop will work, and will also involve other partners in the FAP network. Grazie per ora.
Yeah, I'm just gonna explain a little bit what we're gonna do. So first of all, it wasn't my idea. I just went to the Copenhagen Architecture Festival, and where they hold the summer school, the film summer school, and I thought it would be nice to hold it in Rome this year, especially because we never really worked on video, on architecture video. So the idea is to work on on Flaminio, which is the neighborhood where MAXXI is located. And so Flaminio is going to be the main theme of the workshop. Through Flaminio, we're going to talk about many topics that involve modern architecture, conservation and preservation of architectural heritage, promotion of architectural heritage, the public space, abandoned and neglected spaces, and memory. And we're going to do this by visiting and researching and talking about the inhabitants, architecture as inhabitants of this neighborhood. So we're going to visit all the inhabitants, like MAXXI, Palazzetto dello Sport by Nervi, Villaggio Olimpico, Stadio Flaminio for Italico, and the auditorium, of course. And we are going to, well, our idea is to invite some of the video artists that Pippo was talking about, and hopefully they will give lectures and show their works. And then we are going to have some visits, of course, and workshops, and then the participants that are going to be selected through this open call. So 5 participants will be from the Future Architecture platform, and then we will also invite some video artists and artists from art schools are going to work on their own projects. So they will choose whether to work in groups or individually, and then they're going to produce their videos. And at the end of the workshop, we're going to present the works in a public event, probably. So we're going to project their works, and of course we're involving some the municipality of Rome, the Istituto Luce and Archives, and of course we're collaborating with the Copenhagen Architecture Festival in this project. And yeah, that's pretty much it, I think.
Perfect.